Kyo wa Nihongo no kanji o shoukai shimasu. In this video, we will learn 4 kanji characters which are related to each other. Unless one learns kanji, one will not be able to fully understand and read the Japanese language. Kanji is like a time capsule of the ancient civilizations preserved till now. By seeing a kanji character and understanding its origin, one can get a glimpse of that ancient thought process and help you to fully understand a kanji character. In this way, you will be able to memorize the meaning of a kanji character in a much easier way. So let's get started. Kanji are the characters which originated in ancient China and were used for writing in Japanese, as at that time there was no writing script in Japanese, only the spoken language was there. But a problem arose in the pronunciation of kanji characters, as they had their original Chinese pronunciation, but to incorporate it into Japanese speaking language was a challenge. So in order to solve this issue, each kanji character was given a Chinese pronunciation called onyomi and a Japanese pronunciation called kunyomi. As a general rule, whenever 2 kanji characters are used together, they are pronounced with onyomi, and when used separately, kunyomi is used. Now let's learn the 4 kanji characters in today's lesson with their origins. I referred to this book by author Koyama Tetsuro for the explanation of the kanji we will learn in this video. Ancient China as well as Japan were both an agricultural society, so there are many kanji characters related to agriculture. The first kanji of today's video is, see the ancient character here. This is like a spade, a farming tool generally used to cultivate the land as shown in the picture. To cultivate the land, power is required. So from this kanji character originated signifying power. The English word rickshaw originated from the Japanese word jinriksha, which means a human powered driven carriage or vehicle. Now let's see the kanji character. This kanji is a combination of rice field kanji and power kanji, which depicts cultivating rice fields. Since originally men were mostly doing the farm work of cultivation of rice field by ploughing the field using their power with spade, the kanji came to symbolize men. The next kanji is this. This is a combination of spade or power kanji and the kanji used for mouth. Actually, generality is known that this kanji depicts the shape of mouth, but according to research of a famous award-winning kanji expert Shirakawa Shizuka, it signifies a container called sai, which is used to keep a norito, which is a prayer note written to the gods. So the kanji depicts a spade, as explained before, kept near to the prayer container sai for a purification ritual. From this, the meaning of addition for the kanji originated. Now the final kanji. In ancient China, after doing the purification ritual of the farming tools, it was believed that if you don't start farming, insects will grow and crops will be eaten. The shell obtained from the sea was a valuable item for them and was believed to have the power to increase productivity. In order to increase their productivity, while doing the purification ritual with spade, with the container sai, a shell was also placed near to the container to pray for a good harvest. The word was originally used to refer to rituals for agricultural productivity, but later it became a symbol of celebration and productivity in general. from which the meaning of joyful originated for this kanji. That was a lot of information, but I hope it would help you to understand and memorize this kanji better and faster. As a part of kanji exercise, I want you to write the onyomi and kunyomi of these true extra kanji which we came across in this video, which are this and this, in the comment section. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Do subscribe and support my channel to help me fight cervical dystonia, and check the description for more such videos related to Japanese learning and other Japan related things. Thank you.